Pie Commission.
And today we're having braised beef rib, butter chicken, and Veg-ilicious.
I'm Esin.
And I'm Sim.
And
this
here's
is
what we did.
We are at the Pie Commission, which is at the corner of Canmota and Queensway. Now, the Pie Commission is an incredible location with mind-blowing pies. Their crusts are flaky, they're buttery, they're melt in your mouth. They're just fantastic times. They have sweet pies, they have savory pies, they have poutine here as well.
It was started by two high school buddies, Patrick and Mike. Went off their separate ways after high school. Pat went to England, Mike went to Australia. There, they both found a love for meat pie. After a couple years, they came back to Toronto and they both went on with their careers. And then after a certain point, they were both like, hey, we really miss those amazing meat pies down in England and Australia. In 2013, the Pie Commission opened. We have a selection of 5 different savory pies as like our core menu, and then rotating other pies for seasonals, depending on the time of year.
How freshly made are the pies?
Oh my God, they're so fresh. They're made every day, all day, all night.
Amazing. Fresh.
So fresh.
The magic. This place is magical for 2 reasons. One, the buttery pie crust, flaky deliciousness is amazing, but also it's the type of place where you can really ration your meal. You don't have to eat the whole pie. You can cut a slice out, have a snack, or eat an entire pie if you want at dinner. Something else that's magical about this place is you can eat it in 3 different ways. They'll serve it to you in a full lunch meal, you'll get it in a nice little pie box, or you can have it to go so that you can walk and eat it at the same time. You might end up with some flakes on yourself, but you will be a happy camper at the end of that day. So the place is a little bit hidden, so it's kind of like a speakeasy, but we have a bit of a guide to show you how to get here once you get to that intersection. So if you're looking for a pie, flaky, flavor explosion, try some of that braised beef, try some of that buttered chicken, hit up some of that Veg-ilicious, and enjoy your food.
One of the most important parts of any pie is the crust. You gotta tell me, how is the crust made?
Absolutely. It's kind of our signature thing. So the crust is made with just 5 simple ingredients. So it's flour, butter, sugar, salt, and water. Each pastry slab is rolled out by hand and then portioned into individual portions that either make up the bottom or the top of the pie. And then those are flattened out either to fill the tin for the bottom or flattened out to make the top. So that's what really makes the pastry unique. And it's the butter chunks are really quite large and visible, so that it really makes the pastry super flaky.
So take us down the list of what are we having today?
Okay, first off, my personal favorite, the butter chicken. Not like traditional butter chicken because it doesn't use cream, it actually uses coconut milk. It has chickpeas, leeks, tandoori roasted chicken breast, chicken leg with a little bit of cauliflower in there. Oh, and green onion. Yeah, it's delicious.
And now for the first bite breakdown. The first thing you totally taste is the chicken. There is no shortage of chicken inside there. It is so soft, it is so delicious. The next thing that hits you is the chickpeas. Perfect. It doesn't overshadow the chicken, but it's beautiful. You get the onion inside there, the leek kind of hints through, but the nice thing is at the very, very end, you get that nice flaky crust. Everything happens at once. It's nothing too crazy, but again, it's a beautiful journey, start to finish. I want to go back for another one.
Butter chicken was the first pie we tried, and it was a complete flavor bomb. It was delicious. You literally tasted every single ingredient that was in it. Had a little bit of spice. The coconut milk definitely made a difference. Kept things very light, but the buttery crust, oh my God.
One of my favorite pieces was definitely the chickpeas. It was fantastic. If you know about Indian dishes, you can have something like the chickpeas, the chana, the chole, it doesn't matter what you call it. It's perfect. Buttery chicken, the buttery crust, it is the best. You better believe that.
Is braised beef rib. It's our signature pie. It's tender chunks of braised beef that's been braised for over 10 hours with a red wine reduction and homemade veal stock. It also has button mushrooms in there, roasted sweet potatoes, roasted Yukon Gold potatoes, and it is so good.
Like the beef on its own was so soft, it was so delicious, it melted in your mouth, literally. The nice thing is, coupled with the onion that was inside of there and the potatoes, it's legitimately a stew. And it happened inside of a pie, which is unreal.
Absolute comfort for me. It was delicious. If you feel like Netflix and pie, if you miss home, your mom's cooking, and you need some comfort, definitely come by here to Pie Commissioner and check out the braised beef rib pie.
We're also having the Veg-ilicious, kale homemade tomato sauce, which is to die for, carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, and millet, which is a grain. So it's so tasty in that all butter crust. So good.
Although you may think vegetarian is a little bit boring, it wasn't, because there was cheese in it, and that was the first thing you tasted, and it was absolute heaven.
But the other part that, you know, you're gonna taste it when you take the bite of it when you guys come over here is gonna be the spices. That takes it to a whole nother level. Veggie, it's fantastic.
The pies at Pie Commission are influenced by Australian and English nations, but they do put their own spin, their own Canadian spin into it. Did you know that we actually have our own savory pies right here in Canada? Quebec has their own potato and salmon-based pies. How's that for food for thought? That was this episode of What We Dig. If you liked us, hit that like button.
If you want to see more great food, hit that subscribe button.
You can also check out our website, which is at www.whatwedigtoday.com, where you can see a map of Toronto, click on a link, and watch a video directly. Otherwise, my name's Laird.
I'm Esin.
I'm Sim.
We'll see you next time.